Hello, everyone. Welcome again to our second episode of Sari Ki Sari Baatein. And uh, hi, Mayuri.
Hi, hi.
Yeah. So let me give a quick introduction. So welcome to the second episode of Sari Ki Sari Baatein. And as we always say that sari is like a go-to outfit for every occasion that you choose for. Actually, sari is what you want it to be. So it can be a part of your sorrows. It can be part of your happy life. It can be part of your adventure. It can be part of your workplace as well as parties. So to speak about it, we have a very, very special person with us today who has carried Sari as her constant partner wherever she has gone. She's a lawyer by profession, yoga instructor. She's passionate about adventure, loves road trip. She considers herself to be a plants mom. I guess I can see some greenery around also. And and she's an aspiring MMA fighter. So we have the phenomenal Mayuri Singh Sengar today. So welcome, Mayuri. We are so delighted to have you.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's such a nice introduction. I really feel so good just hearing about it because it's a kind of my personality that I try to do each thing or different things. And sari is one thing that is actually common in all the different things which I've done, simply because of the love of the garment. It's just amazing.
That's so great. I guess, yeah. So you have so many multifarious roles. As you said, like you connect everything with sari. Which is your favorite? Which is your favorite role out of everything? Everything that you do.
Definitely. It's really difficult, really, to pick something, just one particular thing, because I have different phases in my life. So I will not do I will not do everything at once. But what I'll do is I do one thing and then I jump onto the next thing and then I jump to the other thing. So my latest passion is basically being a plant mom. So since I've been at home during the pandemic and everything, and I'm not going out, so instead of actually missing being outdoor and among the nature, it was like, why not bring nature to home? So that's how I started. Around 4 5 months back, I started acquiring plants, started understanding what kind of care, what kind of actually plants are sustainable in my kind of home. So that's how. So this is the latest thing. But then again, so the way I'm wearing a sari, green sari, and then everything here is again green. So it's just such a happy color, and this is the one thing. So instead of going for different other things, I pick one thing at a time, and then sari is one thing which I try to incorporate in that. So be it traveling or because I'm a lawyer by profession, so sari is again something which I have to wear professionally. It's not have to, but I love to wear professionally. Even while traveling, I try to do that. So yeah, that is one thing which is common among everything. But so sari, I would say, is one of the best things happened in my life.
Wow, that's such a great. We are really happy to have you today. And I think, yeah, and your sari color completely resonates with your current choice of being plants mom.
Totally, my current state of mind.
Yeah. So you have been so passionate about traveling, as you said, and it is quite evident in your candid sharing in all your social media, whatever candid sharings you have. So, what is that one garment that you think binds our country?
It definitely has to be a sari. It's just that it's such an amazing piece of garment, such unstitched fabric, a yardage. I think it's one of the garments which is gender neutral because women can wear a sari, and the same unstitched fabric is worn by males as a dhoti traditionally. And especially in the kind of climate, with the tropical climate we have in India, extreme dry climate or extreme humid climate, saris or the unstitched fabrics are so convenient. Like anywhere you go from north to south, east to west, you will find people. Especially if you see traditionally males, females, everyone used to wear it. So definitely, I would say that is one piece of garment which binds India.
Yeah, correct. And there are so many ways to drape it, right? Like it's just how you
Yes.
want to drape it. That's the best part of
Yes,
it.
yes. The
Yeah.
best part is it's just so limited. There is no limit to it. You can wear it howsoever you want, in whatever mood you are, whatever work you have to do. You can adapt. But sari adapts to such kind of different things. Sari adapts. It is not peculiar to one particular size. Either you're like, for me, that is such a big huge problem when I started traveling or started doing things. My weight used to fluctuate so much. I'll be very lean and then I'll be gaining 10 kgs of weight. So like, how
Yeah,
can you
that's
manage
common.
having
Yeah,
different kinds of garments for the different sizes? And sari is like the savior. You don't have to worry about the sizes. Whatever is your size, you can just wear it comfortably.
yeah, that's really. I mean, that's one of the. I would say the plus point. Even I like sari. You know,
Yes,
it goes with every body shape, and you don't have to think before having chocolates or any sweets. You don't have to
yes,
bother about gaining weight. It looks
yes,
good in
yes.
whatever shape you are in, and at whatever
You
age
don't have
you are in, actually.
Exactly, you don't have to worry about that whether you'll be able to fit in that sari or in that fit into that particular garment, or you are some occasion is coming, you have to be in a particular size to fit into a particular dress. No, you don't have to worry about that.
So you don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Also, like, we generally, like you say that you travel wearing sari, it's really amazing. And most of us
Hmm.
actually think that, it's quite cumbersome to travel, wearing a sari because, you have to drape it, it's like we always feel, okay, jeans is quite comfortable and dresses are quite
Uh,
comfortable. So,
uh.
do you have any travel? So, first of all, what inspired you to travel in sari? That's a very, very unique thing. Now,
Can you hear me? Because now that I have a mosque nearby,
yes,
so the
yes, yes.
azan
No
is
problem.
going.
No problem. No problem.
Okay, okay. So, first of all, I would say I really don't find it cumbersome, honestly. Probably because of the conditioning I've been into from since my childhood. I've seen my mom wearing sari her entire life, like doing everything wearing a sari from morning to evening, and she used to sleep also in wearing a sari. So she was that comfortable, and she is one person who finds wearing salwar suits or any other garment, for her any other garment is uncomfortable. So I think it's mostly about how much you wear it. If you wear it often, any garment becomes comfortable. It becomes part of your skin, right? You become so comfortable. You know how to carry it. You know each and everything of that garment, that it is your second skin. So it's more about how much you're wearing it, how comfortable you feel. Regarding like traditionally, if you see, we used to go to my village every year. Yeah, even India, I think anywhere in India you go to villages, you will find ladies wearing saris and going about their day, doing their household work, doing their farm work, grazing animals, doing all kind of different acrobatic work, wearing a
Correct.
sari. So
Yeah.
sari is actually not cumbersome. What is difficult is now that we don't wear it that often, we find anything new difficult, right?
Yeah.
So once you start wearing it more often, I think it will become more comfortable. You get used to it. It's more about getting used to it. Secondly, when you asked about what inspired me to wear sari while traveling, I think it has to be because I used to love saris. I actually waited for my college to got over so that I can get into a job and then start wearing saris without people asking questions about it. That, oh, is there something special? And to my
Yeah.
surprise, even when I started going to office and wearing saris in office, I was not regular. I would say I would wear once a month or so, but every time I used to wear, people would ask me, is there something special? Is it your birthday, or are you going somewhere? Because that is what it's become. If you are wearing a sari, there has to be something particular. There has to be an occasion. No, I used to think, no, it's just that I love wearing saris. That's it. It's a formal garment. If you see in an office space, it looks so pretty, so elegant, and I am comfortable wearing it, so I will wear it. So when I started traveling a lot, so I actually traveled for a long time. During those times, I actually missed wearing saris because I had quit my job and I was traveling. And then I was missing wearing saris because in office I used to wear once a week or twice a week. So that had become common. But once I quit office, I actually started missing wearing them. So I said, okay, fine. Why not start wearing saris while traveling? What is there stopping me? Why not? So that's how I started incorporating sarees into my travels. And once you just have to get a hang of it, how you have to carry, what kind of sarees you have to carry, what kind of environment you are going to, and then you just enjoy. And the best part is the pictures, the photos which you get after wearing a saree and clicking those locations. They're the best.
It's like those, exotic, you go to the Yash Raj movies, like you go to exotic locations
Yes,
and go to
yes,
sari, and you have the
yes,
most
yes.
wonderful thing.
Exactly, without really have to worry so much about, oh, this dress or that combination or that combination. I'm honestly very bad with fashion sense as such, especially the Western wear. For me, sari is, it comes so naturally. I don't have to really think about what will go with this, what will not go with this, what combination should I go for. It's just normal. Any sari will look good. Any sari, anything will look good. It's just so dreamy garment, and if you click such nice photographs with it, you like, once you come back, you actually see the photos. I never used to click actually photographs a lot during my travels. But then recently I have started doing it, because later on I realized, okay, I have been to that place, everything is in my memory. But then when I really want to relive and I really want to see, I can't see because I have not taken photographs. And now when I see photographs, and now when I see all those colorful, lovely sarees with nice backgrounds, it's just so
Yeah.
overwhelming. It's just so nice to see.
You always want to revisit those photos again and again,
Yes,
You
yes, yes,
feel
yes, yes. Yes, and everyone wants to look good in their photographs and in their travel memories and everything. So it
Yes,
definitely has an effect.
yes, yes, definitely. So, do you have any travel hacks for our audience, like for us? So, wearing travel hacks, wearing a sari, like, as in, yeah.
Like, I would say travel hacks. I list few things which I think are very important while if you want to travel while wearing a sari. One thing is practice. You have to practice it a lot, because if you're not a regular wearer, you will find it cumbersome. You will find it too much of an effort while going out, because when you are traveling, say for example, when you travel for a leisure, you want to walk around, you want to see to go to places and see places, and you want to get clicked at nice locations, but then you have to feel comfortable, right? So to get to that level, you have to wear sari, you have to get used to it. You cannot wear a sari very, like, if you are wearing a sari and you need someone to help you in draping the sari, I would say first practice and then only think about traveling in a sari. Otherwise, don't. Otherwise, wear whatever in whichever clothes you are comfortable, and then travel, so that while traveling, you don't have to really worry about what kind of clothes you are wearing, how you are managing. इधर से पिन निकल गया तो, because normally जिनको आदत नहीं होती, for them that is what the most difficult part, to walk while wearing a sari. They worry about कि pleats will get opened or the pallu will fall.
that's the worst thought everyone has. कि मतलब निकल ना
Yes,
जाए,
yes.
ड्रेस खुल ना
But
जाए.
honestly, even when I was trying to learn in my teenage years, I was learning to wear a sari or to drape a sari. कभी नहीं हुआ है ऐसा. I really don't know कि ऐसा किसी के साथ एक्चुअली में हुआ है कि नहीं.
होता ही
It
नहीं है.
doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Yeah, it doesn't happen. And plus,
Yeah.
if you're really conscious about wearing sari, people tend to put so many pins. It is next to impossible कि आपको कुछ निकले, कुछ गिरे, कुछ नहीं गिरता है. It's just in your head. Nothing else.
I know, it's just that कि आप पहन लो और फोटो अच्छे खिंचवा लो. So that's the whole
Yes.
inspiration behind wearing the
Yes.
sari while you
Yes.
travel. Because you will be
Yes.
at your best.
Yes, true.
The point is, आप जैसा दिखना चाहते हो, like however you want to look, you would be like that in the photo. Like if you want to look
Right.
very professional, it will be like that. Agar if you want to look very sensational, it will be like that. So it's just how you use it, how you wear it. So that's how.
Yeah,
That's the best part.
actually, that is, I think, one of the points why females, girls tend to wear saris only in traditional occasions, only during festivals or marriage ceremonies like that, because they think saris are such a traditional garment. You can look traditionally beautiful, but then they will not find it comfortable wearing a sari on a holiday or on a beach, because they don't know, they find it fussy, typical, because you're not used to wear it, right? So you find it too much. For you, it's too much of an effort to wear a sari and go to a beach or go to a mountain. But once you start doing it, everything's come easy. There is nothing like that, you cannot wear a sari. And then it also depends on how you are totally, the overall look, how you are mix and matching, and what kind of accessories you are wearing, how you are presenting. That also has an effect. So you can wear a sari without looking traditional or festive in a beach or in a mountain. So you just kind of develop that once you start doing it. So another hack which I would say is while packing and while traveling, you have to really keep in mind what kind of place you are going or what kind of weather you will have there. Because, for example, I live in Mumbai, right? So in Mumbai, it is too humid. And before this, I was in Delhi. So Delhi is extreme weather. It's extreme cold, it's extreme hot. So there you have to wear saris as per the season, what kind of season is there, because different kind of fabrics and saris will have different effect on your body. So when I came to Mumbai, I simply couldn't wear silks, I couldn't wear georgettes or chiffons or any synthetic material because it is just not helping me in this environment. I sweat like a pig. So I need something which absorbs that heat, which gives me that comfort in this kind of weather. So my go-to garment for like fabric in sarees here in Mumbai or in beach locations became cotton. Best is cotton. It's so comfortable. So wherever you are packing, you have to think about what kind of weather you are going to get and what kind of activity you are going to get into. So if I'm going to a mountain and if I plan to do some adventure activities like paragliding, probably sari is not an ideal choice, right? Even though I want to have good photographs, but I'm not going to wear sari while paragliding, right? So you have, or if I have to trek, I'm going for a trek, or if I'm going to extreme like Spiti, I might pack 1 or 2 saris just to get good photographs, but more than that, I'm not going to because it's not suited for that kind of environment. That kind of environment requires different kind of clothing. So wherever pack, irrespective of sari or any other garment, the important thing is we have to consider the weather and the place and the activity. Comfort is the most important thing while traveling. Whatever you wear, if you're comfortable in sari, wear it. If you're comfortable in any other thing, wear that.
Yes, correct.
And then another hack I would say for wearing a sari while traveling is experiment in your style, experiment in your drape. See, while traveling, one of the things which females find it fussy is because you have to take care of the pleats, of the pallu, the flowing pallu. So you cannot manage that so much while traveling when you are carrying a backpack or when you're carrying different things on your hands. So you can actually try drapes which are fuss free, hands free. You don't have to worry about the pallu. So, for example, while traveling on flights, when I'm on the airport, I know that I might have to run to get to the flight. I might have to walk a lot. So what I do is I kind of drape a sari with a not really a blouse but a shirt so that nothing is visible on my stomach or the side. So I don't have to worry about is this visible? Is this okay? Is this comfortable? No, everything is covered. Then the pallu, I will fix the pallu in such a way that I really don't have to worry it getting stuck anywhere. So right now it's the open pallu, so it's open. But then I tuck it, somehow bring it here and then I tuck it. So that way nothing is going around, nothing is flowing. So you don't have to worry about getting. So travel is such that you really can experiment with drapes and then how you want to drape, different style of drape will give different looks. So while traveling, you can actually try that and give one garment different styles. You can wear one simple sari in different forms and it will lead to less packing because then you are just carrying one sari and you can actually wear it in multiple ways as a skirt or as a sari or as a dress, as a wrapper-on, different style. But obviously you will have to be experimental enough to actually try it. But I think it's lovely to try that. That's the best part when you go to a travel destination.
Yeah.
Yes. YouTube videos, Instagram videos, so many influencers are there who share their styles and how you can drape sari in different other ways. And when you go to a travel destination where nobody knows you, nobody cares about how you look or how you don't. So you don't have to worry about that people are judging you or someone knows, what are you wearing? Nothing like that. We are actually free. So just go crazy with that and experiment. Do things which you otherwise want to do, but you are, shy to not to try in front of people who are aware.
Correct, correct.
That
Yeah,
kind of thing.
that's true. That's true.
Yes.
So yes, that's a very good point. I mean, like you can also always experiment with the drapes, like how you drape it, because
Yes.
I have seen many of the YouTube videos where people are draping the sari like jeans pants. Like you don't miss
Yes.
your pants because you can also drape your
Yes.
sari like a pant. So yeah, so
Yes.
that's so good. I mean,
No,
it's amazing.
not just pants, not just pants. Like if you're carrying different, this was one thing which led me to wear sarees with different, tops and t-shirts. Because again, as I said, that I was gaining and losing weight so frequently that it became very difficult for me to manage my blouses, the fitting of the blouses. So what I ended up doing was, okay, chuck it. Just forget about the blouse. Wear it with whatever top you want to wear. So I started wearing it with t-shirts, with shirts, whatever is fitting me. And nowadays the trend is such that you really even don't have to worry about mixed match, like the color or the fabric, nothing. It's just contrast, completely
Yeah.
unrelated things, and you can do that. So if you're taking your jeans and top, you can wear a sari with your top, or you can mix match other way with different things, different styles. So that way, while traveling, it's really convenient.
Yes, yes, correct. That's true. That's true. So yeah, I mean that was really good insight. I guess yeah, like draping your sari however you want is one of the best
Yes.
takeaway. So how do you fold your saris? Like suppose there's another problem which everyone faces is like the same thing. Like how do you fold your sari? Because when you have to travel very compact nowadays since
Yes.
we only backpack. So how do you
Yes.
manage? Yeah, carry
So
them.
I would say I like now there is nothing special in my folding technique. I normally fold and keep it. So what I do is when I'm traveling, I will try to keep saris of similar shades. So for example, I've kept a sari with green like this one. I will choose 2 or 3 more saris with similar shades. So I will have to take only one petticoat if I have to wear that. So just green petticoat will be available for all 3 or 4. But in similarly, the blouse also. So I don't have to worry about every time one sari with additional petticoat and additional blouse. No, you can just have one and with different shades. Then if I have to like sari, I'm carrying t-shirts and shorts or jeans. I can mix and match those as well. So then that again reduces your size. Regarding folding, what I do is not just for sari, mostly all the lengthy garments. For short garments, I'll just give them a roll, typical army style. You just roll the good garment and keep it. And then for saris, I normal fold the rectangular square and like rectangle or in the square, and then you keep one on top of the other, and then put it in the package with a ziplock kind of thing, So that makes it compact, very compact. And then you keep it, and then keep every other stuff rolled. So rolling the fabric is, I think, the best where you squeeze the sides, it becomes really compact. I tend to not roll my sari simply because while I'm traveling, I'm not carrying my iron, or at least I don't want to carry my iron on. So rolling especially the cotton or the silk saris, I just can't do that. It really, for me, it's like, oh no, then again, who is going to iron it? Even though I don't iron my saris that often while traveling, because I know it's going to get spoiled anyway, even when I'm traveling or when I'm walking and doing things. But then simply I find it more convenient to keep it in a normal fold and then stack one over the other and then keep it in a Ziploc. Ziploc makes it more compact, and then you can fill other stuff. Yeah.
That's really
And another hack here is while traveling, typically women try to wear heels with sari thinking that heels look, of course that looks pretty amazing. But then while traveling, for me, honestly, that is not comfortable thing. Heels, even for me, wearing for 1 hour is like more than enough. I can't wear it more than 1 hour. Sorry. So for me, either I'm wearing flats or I'm wearing shoes. So you have to get over that mindset of wearing heels with the saris. You can wear it with shoes, you can wear it with flats or sandals, and you can walk around, be comfortable. You don't have to worry about, oh, how will I manage in the heels? Or if I don't wear heels, I will look so short. Nothing like that. Everything is on your head. Nothing like that.
Oh, that's great. That's good. So we have some quick questions for you also today. Yeah. So before we'll take the quick questions, and then we have few audience questions. I guess we'll take it up later on. So,
Okay.
so what's your favorite? I would say which is your favorite sari while you travel? Cotton, georgette, or chiffon?
I would say cotton. Cotton, any day cotton. Of course, that depends on the weather. So anywhere, if I'm going to some place which is cold climate, I would prefer a silk or georgette, but not cotton. But apart from that, if I'm going some normal weather conditions, humid, hot, then I would any day for me it's mull cotton or cotton.
Yeah, that's great. And how about how many average number of pins do you use while you when you're
Average is two. So one would be on my pleats and one would be on my pallu. That's it. Nothing more than that.
So which is your like what do you think which is one must blouse color that you should have in your wardrobe?
If you are, I think solid colors, especially black or white, are the basics. You can have just black, you can have just white or off-white. That goes with everything. But if you're a little experimental, I would say multicolor. Like this blouse I'm wearing. This is a multicolored blouse from Suta. So this is one blouse which I really love because it is multicolored. So it goes with so many sarees, something or the other. And then similar kind of blouses are like Kutchi embroidery blouses. So the blouses with Kutchi work from Gujarat. So
Yes.
that's it. It's multicolored. So you can pair it with any saree, any fabric, anything. So that is one, I think, blouse piece which is a must-have that goes with everything.
So multicolored, as in you are saying
Yes.
like multicolored blouse. Yeah, that's great.
Yes.
So, and what do you think? Which is one accessory which you should always have when you wear a sari? Like you think your one accessory which you always should have.
If I say philosophically, I think that is confidence. You have to have confidence while wearing a sari. Because most of the time girls are so conscious about wearing a sari to different places and traveling. But apart from that, like typically one accessory I would say for me it's earrings. I love my earrings. I try to have different. For necklaces, I'm kind of minimal person with respect to accessories. I don't accessorize my sarees very much with bangles and neck pieces and earrings and everything. No, that is just too much for me. Especially while traveling, I don't want to carry different kinds of accessories to go with my this saree, that saree. No, most of the time I'll just pick up one silver earring or gold earring, minimal, and that's it. And that is what I'm going to wear the entire time because for me, my focus is my saree, not my accessories. So it doesn't matter really. But one is just the earrings. Earrings, I really enjoy wearing earrings, yeah.
Yeah, even I'm like you. I think I'll just carry my earrings with my sari.
Yes.
I like to have
Yes.
that.
Even you don't have to worry about matching your earrings with your neck piece because then how many neck pieces are you going to have? There's just no limit to it. If you're fond of it, definitely you go ahead with it. But if you are wearing just because you find that no, it's empty and you have to wear a necklace with a sari, nothing like that. It's just simple sari is enough.
Yeah, correct. That's true. And what do you think for sari for your beach vacation? Is it yes or no?
Beach. Definitely yes. If you have seen my Instagram account, in fact last year I did Konkan trip, road trip. So the Konkan, the small beaches I did with my husband, and we were like, I packed only sarees for that trip. That was like 9-10 days trip. I packed only sarees and we had so much fun just going there, having fun, clicking nice pictures, flowy sari pallu photos, typically Bollywood style pictures, and they're just so amazing with the nice background, with the sari pallu, everything. So for me, beach, wearing a sari on a beach is complete yay. You have to try it once at least if you have not done it yet.
Yes. So everyone, just pack your saris whenever you go for your beach vacation.
At least one. Try it and then tell me. I'm sure you are definitely going to love it. Just a simple cotton sari is more than enough, and you'll get such wonderful photographs.
Correct. I'm like, yeah, that's true. So many of our audience are asking like, what was that one funny incident that you had while you traveled in sari? One funny incident that you remember?
Okay. I really have to think about it because this. I think one place where I really find difficult wearing sarees is while traveling via train. Because in a train, when you have to go to the washroom, it's a pain. It's a pain while traveling in a train. That's one place I don't want to wear sari while traveling. I honestly, I don't remember anything particularly funny about my travel memories with saris. No, I'm sorry.
So what was one of our audience was also asking, what was your most memorable trip wearing sari? Like one memorable incident, which you say that okay, this is one memorable incident which I had wearing a sari.
I would say that the Konkan trip which I mentioned, we went to the
Oh,
entire coast, 9-10 days on road trip, and we
oh
were
wow.
traveling very slowly. Like every day we would travel around 80 to 90 kilometers by car. So we'd stop at any place we like, we'll stop there, spend some time, and then we'll go ahead 10-20 kilometers, and again we'll stop, wearing a sari, driving, and then stopping on the beaches, spending some time there. So that I would say one of my most memorable trips, especially with respect to sari and travel, because it was just so much fun with the all and the kind of weather you have in that month. And I went there during monsoon. So
Oh
in
wow.
monsoons,
Konkan
during
monsoons are amazing.
Konkans are amazing. They're majestic, and it was like I was not aware of this side of Konkan because every time we go to Goa, from Mumbai to Goa, there are highways, right? There's national highway, there's state highway, but we didn't go to Goa. We just did the coastal trip, the coastal route. So the coastal route is the innermost roads which is actually used only by the local peoples who want to go to those inner villages. Because when you want to travel to the entire south towards Goa, you will not go to those interior lanes and interior small roads. And those were actually such a good find, and it was so nice. Everything was so mesmerizing and green, lush green, and the water and the clouds and the monsoon. It was just perfect. And wearing saris on all those beaches and all such kind of
Uh,
climate, it just added on to it. The photographs and the experience. We had just so much fun.
That's great. That's great. So it was a wonderful conversation about hearing like wearing, traveling and wearing sari. So do you have any parting thoughts for our audiences? Like for
I
our
would
audience?
I would say sari is one garment which is actually judgment free. You don't have to worry about whether you are gaining weight or losing weight, or it's a particular thing that oh you can wear it only during festivals, or you can't wear it that place or while doing something else or while traveling. Nothing like that. Everything, all those limitations are only in your head, and you have been conditioned to believe that. Nothing like that. You just have to practice. If you really enjoy wearing a sari or you want to try it, just practice. Practice is the mantra. Once you start doing it, you will find it so comfortable and so convenient, and you will end up wearing a sari while traveling, I'm sure.
So yes, so you will look the most prettiest when you wear the sari. So start wearing it. That's the whole mantra.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, I think Mayuri has.
totally.
That's
Don't limit it only to special occasions or special festivities. Just try wearing it on your daily day-to-day life and while going to the market or going to a cafe, and you will start enjoying it, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's really great. It was great, Mayuri, to have this discussion with you, and it was so lovely to hear your traveling experiences wearing a sari. And you had given a lot of takeaways, especially in the draping one, and the hacks. Hacks were so relevant. I think every one of us would be wanting to hear like how do you manage to travel, and how do you manage to pack everything? How do you make different looks out of that simple 6 yards?
Sorry,
So
yeah.
and it was really great. So I am
Thank you so much for having me. It is so nice to talk about all these topics and actually bring about conversations on these. I'm really loving your series. I'm going to follow this entire series, and I'm hoping for hearing such lovely stories forward.
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you
So
so
have
much.
a nice day ahead. I mean, good night.
Good
Good night.
night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.